Hello, friends. Welcome back to more trading signals for cryptocurrencies. Today is the 5th of April, and as you can see, we have reached a good level, but I'm kind of not satisfied, and this is only myself, okay? This is just my opinion because I wanted Solana to go at least to 85. Uh, that could have been a good level for a short, but ever since my call, I told you to either long the 2nd or the 7th of April. Obviously, we reached a very good level on the 2nd for a long because this was a level that in Solana has been a primal support. Every single time we touch this area, at least we bounce for a little bit. And that's exactly what we got. So my call for a good long was a very, very good call, very accurate. I actually told you the exact date, and like I said before, this is a new technique, a new way of predicting the future. It's not my usual stuff. Obviously, that's still for the clients only. And eventually, this will be also for clients only. It's just that I'm going to test it out with you guys in public so you can see the accuracy of this new technique. So, from this, we got a short that we can already start. In fact, I do already have a position in short on 82, something like this, a little bit higher than the current price. But yeah, it's basically the current position. And this is exactly the same technique. Okay, I told you to short either the 5th or the 10th of April. Now, there is a chance, and this could actually be kind of crazy because it could happen that it can go higher and eventually it's not going to be, it could not be today, but rather the 10th of April, which is going to be the potential date for the short. Okay, if that does happen, then obviously Solana is going to go higher, possibly even higher than 85, maybe reaching 86 or 87 again. Okay, 90 will be very, very hard in my opinion to reach. I don't think it's going to reach in this trend that level of price. Now, after that, we have potential long for the 7th of April. So we have two options. Like I said, I already have a short. I don't really have any doubts or any fear if the trade goes wrong. If the trade goes wrong, then that means it can pump for even more days. And by then it's just a matter of waiting and doing the short, okay, which will correspond to the 10th of April. And as you can see with the my indicator, okay, my latest indicator, which by the way you can acquire just by emailing me or contact me via even Twitter. I think I can also respond there. You'll get all the information that you need in order to acquire all of my indicators on all of my predictions as well. But yeah, as you can see, the indicator prints potential reversals, so we can form a new pivot, a new swing low or a swing high. It really depends on how it's going to go. Like I said, if it continues going higher, then the obvious next pivot will be a swing high. So from there we can short. So you can see the indicator prints the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th of April. So very close to these dates. The 10th of April actually looks like it could be a very powerful date for a good pivot to form. This is on Solana, obviously. If we go to Bitcoin, for example, let's take a look at Bitcoin. You can see that the indicator also prints good levels, potential reversals around the 8th and the 9th of April. So again, consistency. Okay, we can see that all of these coins show the same dates for a potential reversal. When you see many of these coins basically agreeing that all of these days are the same for a potential reversal, you have to pay attention, okay? Let's try to see AVAX or AVAX, whatever you say. So the same dates, 8 and 9 mostly, okay? AVAX actually pump really good compared to other coins, for example, especially Solana. Now, however, in where is it? I believe it was on this chart, but on a much larger time frame. And if it wasn't, then it's obviously on another chart. So we'll have to take a look at which one it was. Damn, so it's not there. Wait, it's there. Yeah, it's there. You have to excuse all of these drawings, these very colorful boxes, because they were made for a tutorial. But you can see that I actually posted this on Twitter. Okay, if you're not following me on Twitter, you're missing out big time. Okay, you'll get way more information than what I post here on YouTube. And these are the approximate dates for where we can find a bottom for many coins. Okay, obviously some coins are going to bottom much sooner, much quicker than others, and others will take a lot more time. Just like when I told you that I was expecting the all-time high for the last quarter. Coins, for example, like Ethereum, got the all-time high around September or August. Others like Zcash got the all-time high on November, and Bitcoin got the all-time high on October. So obviously, every single coin will do differently, but these are the approximate dates. Okay, so May looks like mid-May could be a good time to place some or fill some positions and even do some longs. Obviously, I don't recommend doing longs that can last for months because the funding rates are going to eat up all of your profits. But I do see that we can possibly reach a new low around these days. And from there, we can long. So that means, obviously, that the price is still has some way to go down, okay? Some room to go down. And we are preparing for that. Eventually, I'm going to give you also the potential shorts for the long term. Okay, it's going to be a very good indicator. A very good prediction because this is the exact same. It's just on a much larger time frame. It's the new technique that I'm using, just on a much larger time frame. And let's just finish the video, okay? Because I already gave all the important information. Let's just finish the video on the 10-hour time frame to see how it goes. So obviously green since the 3rd of April, exactly just like I told you. I mean, the long on this date, this exact date on the 2nd of April was a very beautiful call. You get the lowest possible point from which you can long and be basically almost guaranteed that your trade is going to go well because it was a very low position on Solana. So green on Bitcoin as well, green on Ethereum. Ethereum kind of had some trouble. There was a lot of range for most of the time. And let's just see and finish the video with the USDT dominance chart to see how it goes. Yeah, in red, so obviously that means the markets are pumping, the cryptos are pumping, they are going high. But yeah, maybe we can expect some corrections very soon, okay? Because if we go to Solana and if we go to this other chart, the one that I mostly use for my trades, you can see I already highlighted these levels as always. So we reach this level. I was expecting this one when I told you that I wanted Solana to go higher to 85 at least. At the moment, it doesn't look like it can be reached anytime soon. So if it goes down from here with a lot of volatility, it's safe to assume that my call for the short today on the 5th of April is going to be correct, and we'll have to wait until the 7th or possibly the 8th. And if it goes even longer, then around the 10th of April, so we can long again. Okay, but you can see it was a very good position. It was a very good call. So with that said, my friends, I have again, if you want the if you want the indicators, all you have to do is write to me via email, and I'll give you all the information. Obviously, it's not for free. Okay, I have to say this because some people do think I'm giving stuff for free, especially this valuable stuff. Anyways, have a very good day. Take care, my friends. I'll see you guys next time.